This is more than, I would say, huge company news. It's a major Syracuse and Central New York story. Impel, formerly SpinCar, just continues to grow in downtown Syracuse. Joining us now, one of the co-founders, Devin Daly. Devin, it's always great to catch up with you. There is a lot to cover, but we'll do our best in the next 5 minutes. Good to see you.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
You have changed so much. I want you to start off with who Impel is. Give me that elevator or party pitch that you would tell people what Impel is and does.
Yeah, you got it. To your point, the business is dramatically different today than when we started it 10 years ago, right? When we started, we were not focused on automotive. We were focused in the fashion industry, moved into auto in 2015. In the first 6 years or so of the business, we were exclusively focused on digital merchandising, or really replicating the in-store experience as closely as possible online. Starting in 2021, however, we acquired our first business in the artificial intelligence space and have done 3 acquisitions in as many years.
Wow.
These acquisitions have really shifted the center of gravity of the business from digital merchandising towards AI, which is now the majority of revenue and vast majority of our revenue, or sorry, of our growth over the last few years. In terms of how we describe ourselves, we really believe that we are the de facto standard of artificial intelligence for automotive, and really using AI and technology to manage the entire automotive customer lifecycle.
Amazing. Your latest acquisition just recently, $100 million deal. Who'd you acquire, and now what does that mean for Impel going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. So the company is called Outsell. They're based in Minneapolis. They're 170 employees. They've been in business for 20 years, back to 2004. And they're really focused on marketing automation, which dovetails really nicely with our one-to-one conversational AI products. So there's really strong synergy there. But I think what excites us even more is the data asset that underpins Outsell. There's an adage that as AI becomes more democratized or more common in the next 5 to 10 years, the companies that will win out are those that have access to the largest proprietary data sets. Outsell brings that to us in droves. They've been monitoring 68 million American consumers going back to 2004. And that really rich data set can be used to power our AI models going forward.
Gotcha. What does it mean, I'm curious, for the growth of the company? Obviously, you mentioned how many employees you acquired there, but I'm thinking like the kind of the Syracuse, the core Impel company. You continue to grow, and roughly where are you at job-wise here?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So first off, yeah, growing revenues rapidly, growing roughly 50% a year. Plan is certainly to keep the pedal to the metal with growth. Absolutely. We should actually see acceleration in our growth rate this year, which is, difficult to do at our scale, but we think really signals the tailwinds, the need and demand in the market for artificial intelligence and operational efficiency. Today, we are a total of 470 employees globally, roughly 200 of those in Syracuse.
Amazing, amazing. Think back a little. You and Michael Quigley, you're local guys. You kind of started this company together. You could have gone really anywhere in the country, the world, really, with your company. Why stay in downtown Syracuse? What makes it work? Why do you love being there and doing business here?
It's been great to do business here. We believe there's phenomenal talent in Syracuse. We tell investors and other people that upstate New York is a very unique culture, in that it's a really unique blend of that New York City hustle, city that never sleeps work ethic, paired with more almost Midwestern values of team orientation, being apolitical, and that really unique blend we think is a huge competitive advantage for us. Of course, we have executives and others from outside of Syracuse.
Sure.
The vast majority of our growth and our operation remains here.
45 seconds to go. So would you say your company also is kind of a story about, as I introed you, about the region and what the region has to offer for all of us here and people maybe to come here?
Yeah, absolutely, right. I mean, I think it's proven that it can be done here. This was not the most obvious choice, but we wanted to prove that it was possible. We have outstanding people. The world is virtual now. You need not be in a major metro to service global customers. You can build software here. You can attract venture capital here. And I think we're seeing the beginnings of a virtuous cycle in upstate New York. We've had a few very successful tech companies like ACV Auctions out of Buffalo, TCG Player, Impel, and we really believe this will create a virtuous cycle ecosystem.
It's so great to see. I really appreciate you spending a few minutes with us. Devin Daly from Impel. Thanks for your time. We'll catch up with you really soon, because I know you got more growth and more probably acquisitions coming.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Devin.
See ya.